data any kakra. Masaba mo now so be able your business na egu so bok digital business ay wo community mu a chese edom gum asedan kanyame na me kasa Ghana fo ye ndorso ni ade enne kofo tia so mu business ni mu me see your business e digital business abia abeko bia betumi arane agese me see woni internet no me say wo paycheck no wo de na so me na enso me ntina wo se benya bibi ka ho na me ho henha me asedan kanyame 2 years ni enya anke animu o eti ne yebo from no me see business way afia so those of us in the diaspora need to be file tax no ye bro you 1099 na the file tax afia the file ye bra bi me the file ye dio just a professional bia wo business mu teachers taxi drivers just me who send your menka doctors lawyers bankers obia you hear no gadgets just say we dey be run business ye lay system na ma enti me say registration refundable. It's brabeshe. Say bibi obetumi aye. Pe bibi kan wo na wo gina wo number akopɛ so a ebegene. E wo so otumi gina wo na me no so do won sese obo. Na wanka sa otumi manage wade business na be ye wa wo dia. Ma extra source of income. Me mo mu de aboa me ne mabusua. Enti no bra. Me se kakra nie. Momra. Me number na etwagu no. Ne enkasa. God bless us all. Amen.
Oh, hello, people. My name is Kale Boss. The only boss. Oh, wait, what else? Have you heard? Wait, do you know that Tap Tap Send is live in Texas? Oh, you didn't know? We went to New York. Now we are live in Texas. So people in Texas and around, all you have to do is to download Tap Tap Send. Yes, Tap Tap Send has become the most unique, secure, and fast way of sending money across the world to your loved ones anywhere. Okay, so download Tap Tap Send on Google Play Store or App Store. And when you're in Texas or around, you just have to put in the code TXGH. What did I say? TXGH. And you get $10 for your first transaction you make. Mahama media, Texas, you drew ho. Very soon we'll conquer everywhere.
Download Tap Tap Send now on Google Play and App Store. Tap Tap Send. It's secure, convenient, easy, and fast.
Everybody check now. Check it. Fa check it. Fa check it. Check it. The beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it, check it. Fa check it, check it. Fa check it, fa check it, check it, check it. Green select glucometer. Fa check it, fa check it, check it, check it. Push sugar level, fa check it, fa check it, check it, check it. Fa check it, fa check it, check it, check it. Green select glucometer. Everybody check now. This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
We are set, and as much as we are set, it means we have to do the work of God. The work of God is to make sure that we bring you all the exciting entertainment news in Ghana, in Africa, and in the world with my soldiers. Of course, the soldiers you guys would always love to love. You love to love them. And I want to say thanks to everybody who has been a frequent person on this channel. I just received some information from a gentleman called Sammy, who is a Nigerian, lives here in Ghana. He sent me some long voice notes. I listened to them and I said, well, it will not be bad if he joins us because he lives in Ghana. So I've sent that invitation up to him to join us on the show. So from time to time, he can also appear since he seems to have the Nigerian ideology. We can still have him here so we can do our thing. And you're also welcome. Anytime you want to link up with us, that is our number on the screen. It is also Tap Tap Send Active. That is why you have to try it today. If you live abroad, download the app on your phone, put in your bank details, use the promo code, and use the number on the screen to test whether your Tap Tap Send is fully active or not. If you use the promo code SammyFlex, you get some more money onto your phone. Do it today and thank me later. But remember, this is Showbiz Daily. Showbiz Daily is live on SammyFlex TV, and you can only get this online discussion program here on SammyFlex TV. I don't do this alone. I do it with my soldiers. Already you can see Roland Amate, who is in your shot. He is a talent manager, event publicist, and also the publisher of www.showbizchannelgh.com. And you can always log on to read some more stories. Man like Young Barrister. This guy too, people sometimes give it to him, but still, they say he will not change his ways. Hard guy. Young Barrister. I thought I can read some of the comments. Young Barrister. This Young Barrister, who is his Baba? Well, you want to do Young Barrister's Baba? Bring him money. He will show you his Baba. Well, Young Barrister is also a social commentator. And of course, when it comes to Beam Natives, he is one of the lead persons here in Ghana. And I also have Intim Dodo Solomon, aka HMO. He is our online manager here at Flex Entertainment Limited, and also a digital consultant. Anytime you're looking for solutions for your monetization, for repairs of some of your issues digitally, why not link up with him and let's do more. Enough of the stories, and we are sure going to do justice to them. One that is recent, and as much as it's recent, let's continue to kill it. So we kill all the recent issues down, then we can look at other matters that are happening later on in the show. Grammys, Africa, Hilife, Ghanaian drill, and matters arising. I have had my share of this particular topic earlier on the show. That is the editorial. But I also want you to have your own share here as well, and especially with my pundits. Richard, bring the note to Jando's post on the screen. Let me read it to the people, and let me hear what they also have to say. This is His Royal Highness Nana Otu Jando. And it says, yo fam, I'm sitting here pondering what the heck makes us all go cray-cray about this national and continental celebration that is Ghana and Africa. I mean, seriously, I counted a whopping 19 African music genres in this definition, which the Western peeps kind of wrap their heads around. So they just bunch it all up as one big thing, just to fit into their idea of quality, of the idea of what qualifies as top-notch music from the continent each year. And get this, all that musical power, all those dope beats and tunes, it all boils down to just one award at the Grammys. Can you believe it? We are out here killing the Cora Awards and couldn't care less about Afrima, but we are losing our minds over some scheme that's way beyond our season, man. Like seriously, what's up with us? Why can't we find excitement and appreciation within ourselves without needing validation from these racist colonizers? And don't even get me started on those sellouts from within our own community who enable this whole mess. Honestly, we should have had the guts to stand up for our own Afro Grammys. At the very least, look at the Latin Grammys, man. They got their own thing going on, and we should have followed suit, no doubt. This is what Nana Otujando, who is actually currently the manager, programs manager or something at Asase Radio. And I want to believe that he means his words, reason he did not hide them, he did not mince them, and he is right here, sharing it with the world. On this platform, I think yesterday when it came up, Roland Amate was here, Chemo was here, they had their shots on the Grammys thing and the African thing. So the person who has not spoken yet is Young Barrister. So let me start with Young Barrister. First of all, his general impression on this Grammys thing, and again, what he thinks about Nana Otujando's angle. Barrister, you can shoot.
We are back again, and greetings to our cherished viewers. Those who keep on, inspiring us and motivating us. The insults are coming, the motivations are coming as well. So it's
both combined.
Yeah, it is in the right direction. We are not perturbed at all.
Never.
With the Grammy, I quite remember, I think weeks ago, we were here to discuss a comment that was made by P Square, Peter precisely Peter, and he was making reference to the African cat, and we actually. Even
at that time, this
there
had
was
not come
yes,
out.
yes, there was no African cats even. Yeah, so it means that our channel is also traveling, and I'm sure they also chance on the videos and realize that no, if Africans are doing so well now, then there is the need to include them as well. There's nothing wrong with what has come out. The definitions, some like as a Ghanaian, I'm also happy that Hilife and then the Ghanaian drill is in there, so I'm happy for it. I'm not part of those who are, should I use the word chastising the scheme? I'm not part of it. What Grammy is doing right now is that Grammy is on the path of becoming World Music Award, and that is what they are doing. And before you even say that it is a national or continental, it is always somewhere that the award has to start with. The Kora that Jandom mentioned was established by Beninois. It was a national thing they started, and it became somehow African thing. It should be somewhere. Even the FIFA World Cup that we are celebrating today as a world football, Africans were not part of it from the initial stage. It took time, and they realized that no, we need to include, and now we have at least some 5 slots for African countries. And now we are moving from 5 to 10. Maybe next 10, 20 years is going to be
more.
Yes. It is even possible that we would all have African teams participating in the World Cup, where you will not even have the Europeans or the Western countries, because at the end of the day, you would have the strong teams who will come from Africa qualifying. So for me, I think it's just right. Let's celebrate this move by the Grammys. African didn't start it. Even though we have the Afrimans, we are not celebrating it enough like an African thing. So if the Grammy is becoming a world recognized award scheme, we should give them plus. They have included us now. This is now the time for all our African musicians to even put their heads together. And it is a plus for all the genres that have been mentioned, which means that if you are doing, let's say, Hilife, you can get a slot there. If you are doing some music genre in South Africa, in Namibia, in Kenya, in Benin, you could also get a slot over there. So I think that we shouldn't be crying and be saying that, oh, this is a continental thing, when we are all calling for equality. Where would the equality be if we are not even doing the inclusive, competition like this one? This is an inclusive thing. We are including everybody, and tomorrow, if it is not African, then North Americans are also going to be crying. But they have a slot in there. The South Americans also have their slot in there. The Asians could also come in and say, no, now that you are including the Africans, we should also be included. And it is going to be something that maybe tomorrow Grammy will say, now that we have Africans doing very well, let's now bring it to Africa and host it in Africa. It's a plus for the market. So I'm not part of the people.
Dream.
Yeah. and since the inception of Grammy, they have never changed their venue.
Never.
They have never changed their venue. And the CEO was in Africa. And I'm sure that he came to do some survey. He realized that no, the industry here is very active. So the only way to keep them going is to make them, take part in the Grammy. And the Grammy, we cannot sit here and say that the Grammy is not a world recognized scheme. It is everybody's dream, is every musician's dream to be part of the Grammy. So if they have given us the slot now, then it means that we have moved from the global music cut to a well-defined African cut. And it is even said that it's African performance, which means that it is not just for the African musicians that we are seeing now, like the Burna Boys, like the Stonebwoys, like the Shatawales, and then the Eddie Kenzos. There could be some traditional, there could be some traditional African musician that nobody even knows, but he sounds are well African, and they can get that chance in there. When you go to, I don't know, Chamo will help me because he is well into this thing there. The New Guinea, Papua. He's not part of Africa, but it's
Papua New Guinea.
Papua New Guinea. A well African country. Their sounds is different, and they're also doing African music. There could be a musician that will emerge in that cat as well, because the definition of that category will cover them. Yeah. So let us give them plus and urge them to even do more. And this is another way to make our industry active. Not that we should now come and be ranting when we don't even have solution to some of the rants that we come out to make. So that is my take for now.
Okay, thank you so much. But I think I like some of the points you raised in there. Very well said. Chabo, you spoke about the general thing yesterday. So now we can focus
on his thing. I think he's missing a lot of things. I mean, he's angry about certain things, and he's not so cool about something not going well in Africa and all that. It's like he has mixed them to just this is the time for him to vent, as I think as he said in the write-up. I disagree with him on a lot of angles, yes, but there are a few ones that I say that we can do better, like the award scheme that we have in Africa here. I think we can develop it, make it attractive for even people outside Africa wants to be part of it. That's what has happened. They have worked so hard that Africans want to be part of the Grammys, and you are cursing them, some way insulting them for doing their job or what. I mean, I don't get him. They have done it so well that Africans think that it's so attractive and they want to be part of it. Because if you win Grammys, those who get it use it to do a lot of things. In fact, some of them, it becomes part of their name. When you are introducing them, then you say Grammy nominee. Grammy winning artist and all that. So we should rather be praising them for doing such a good job that people want to associate with it, instead of chastising them or cursing them in a way, saying that he won't start with the colonial mentality, whatever. But I'm sure that he's aware that we have some blacks in there as well who are also part of it, or he wants to say that the blacks are also part of the colonizers or whatever. I don't know what he meant by that. Yes. So he should come again. I think he has a point, especially with developing award schemes in Africa. I mean, holding on with some of them that we can also go global, like Cora Awards, for instance. I think at some point in time it was really big here in Africa. Yeah,
Mobo Awards.
Yes, that one too was
music of black origin.
Yeah, at some point it was really big, but we don't know what happened. The organizers, whether they are no more there or they are not interested in it anymore or whatever. I mean, we don't really know, and you can't blame everybody for that. If there's anybody to blame, it will be the organizers, the originators of those organizations. Maybe they are no more interested. Or maybe now they can appeal to the Africans to also be part of it or whatever. Something is missing, but just to chastise somebody or say something about somebody who is just doing well, I think it's not fair to the Grammy organizers or the Grammy people. They are just, I said it yesterday, that this is also business. They are not including Africans because they love us or because they think that now Africans, they are all over the place. Let's just put them here. No. They want to make money. It's a business thing. Our organizing awards is not a joke, or it's not a charity organization. In fact, some start as let's just award the good ones, the one. But before you realize, it will be a business, and they will be cashing out. And I'm so sure that they get something from organizing this award. It's not for free. It's for nothing at all. I think when you read about the history of how it all came about, they just got inspiration from the Hollywood Hall of Fame famous. They were doing something for them, and it was like, okay, I think we should also give musicians or those who are doing music, recording artists, we should also award them or something. But they realize that if they go there, there are a lot of good people that they may not be able to capture, or people that they think deserve something, but they are so much that they can't capture all of them. So it was like, okay, then let's do something for entertainers, musicians especially. So we separate them from the movie makers, the movie people. That's what brought about academy. And why do you want to connect it to colonizers and all? They are just doing a good job. And now it's so attractive that your own people wants to be part of it.
They can't live without being a part.
Yeah, because it has value for them. When they get anything, when they are associated with it, they get some value from it. And you are saying that your own people who couldn't organize something for it to have value, we should do what? I mean, I think the complaints and just always pointing accusing fingers at the people who are doing well is too much. We just have to focus and make sure that our own is working. If you are doing well, nobody will come and say that why are you doing well. So don't criticize people for doing well, or don't assign any ill motive because they are doing well. So I disagree with him on that. But yes, I will encourage any African who wants to come out with an award scheme that can compete with Grammys and others. We should encourage that. But in our quest to do, yes, but in our quest to do that, we shouldn't be shaming others, or we shouldn't condemn others for doing good and people getting interest to go there.
Well said. That was in Team Dodo Solomon. You can also call him Chemo on that one. Still on the Grammy mention of the African category, where so I know by this time this is a big discussion in the whole of Africa. Almost everybody whose country is showbiz active, they will be discussing this. They will be looking at their opportunities and their weaknesses and their threats in there as well. And in Ghana, at least, we are also looking at ours. But interestingly, opinions are divided in this space. Some people are for it, some people think this is for nothing. Well, Nano Tujando's point was what I just read to you. Let's listen to what Roland Amate also says.
Sammy, this particular conversation there, you see, the reading the definition for the African music performance category, there's a phrase there that caught my attention. It says the category includes but it's not limited. That is where my interest is. So you see,
it includes but it's not limited.
It's not limited. It includes but it's not limited. This statement is so big that it includes the people in America, but it's not limited to only Africans. So if you have a certain Beyonce featuring somebody like Wizkid, Shatta Wale, yes, they can be nominated and they will just sweep the awards.
No, but I think you should be an African.
African.
Yes, you should be an African. Well, the sound might not be limited, but you have to. The limitation is on the sound.
The personalities.
The limitation is on the genres that they couldn't capture.
Okay.
There are certain genres that they can't mention.
They can't mention.
But if you can do it, it will be taken.
That's why I keep saying in Africa, every sound from here qualifies to fall under the African thing. Because that is exactly what they mean with this. Like, it's not limited because they cannot come and write, say, Sechi. You have to do
hip con, hip dia.
Exactly.
Azuto. But I mean, that being said, I think Nano Tujando's statement there, I partly agree with him when he says that we should encourage ours, we should learn to build our own and all that. But after the write-up, he shot himself in the foot in the last paragraph.
How?
When he said we should do Afro Grammys. I mean, you now in your statement said the likes of Kora, Mobo, whatever Afrima that we've established here.
No. He did not say we should do it all.
No, wait. He said we should have had the guts to
stand up for something like that.
To stand up for something like, and he suggested a name. So now, if there should be an awakening, and we say just like the Latinos have done the Latin Grammys, we also want to do our version. What would be the name?
African Grammys.
That is the Afro Grammys. That is the Afro Grammys. And you see, for you to even have suggested the name Afro Grammys means that it is the same thing with the people who are also jubilating that Hilife and Ghanaian drill has been mentioned in there. It is the same feeling, no? Why didn't you suggest any other name? If you think the Grammy is not something valuable that we should all want to, like we should all want to associate ourselves with it. If you think it is not that big of a deal and that we shouldn't jubilate that much, why did you choose the Afro? You added Grammy to it. Why didn't you do Afro Awards? Why didn't you say Afro Recording Academy? But you said Afro Grammys. The statement of us building our own here, I am up for it. In fact, Grammy and its categories like this is just like VGMA giving the African Artist of the Year category. That's how it is. In VGMA, the African Artist of the Year category is not limited to just one country. It's limited to all countries in Africa. Therefore, anybody can win it. It's just that in recent times we've had most of our Nigerian brothers winning it back to back to back. Yeah. It doesn't mean that the African Artist of the Year category is only for Nigerians. No, it is for the whole of Africa. And
Cabo Snoop from Angola had won it before.
Cabo Snoop.
Yes.
And Windek.
Yeah,
Windek. And all these guys, you see, and VGMA is a Ghanaian award scheme. It's Ghana based, just like Grammy is American based. So they've also given Africa a slot. It is the same as African Artist of the Year category in VGMA. It is the same thing. So we shouldn't be here and just be killing ourselves as if whatever, like they are doing us a favor or something. We are competing just like we let the Nigerians compete with the East Africans, the South Africans, the North Africans and all that in our African Artist of the Year category. That is the same way we are also going to compete as a country. Assuming it is even limited to these 21 genres that has been mentioned, know that if we say musicians who do all these 21 genres should bring their submissions, it is not one musician to one genre. For Hilife, you might think that we don't have Hilife people who stand like hit their chest and say we're Hilife artists now. But announce it right now. Let Grammy make an announcement right now to say that, oh, we want Hilife songs. You go shock. It will interest you to know that majority of them might not even come from Ghana.
Yeah. Because I hear there is a group called Cavemen in Nigeria. I hear they do some serious highlights. Not only Nigeria. I tell you, see,
even in Africa.
Somebody made mention of the fact that he feels Hilife is even bigger than Afrobeat in terms of the people doing the sound. See, when you go to
it has not been marketed.
Of course.
Yeah.
See, when you go to East Africa, we have people who are doing Hilife. When you go to North Africa, we have people who are doing Hilife. You go to South Africa, the same thing. You come to West Africa, put the airtime. When you go to East Africa, it is not everybody that is doing Afrobeat. Some people are doing bongo flavor and all that. So let's not create the impression as if, oh, the moment Hilife has been mentioned there, it is only for Ghanaians. No. It will shock you that in a year under review.
But I think it was Hilife and Ghanaian
and drill.
They mentioned it together.
No.
They separated it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Hilife.
It was Hilife and Ghanaian.
No. Hilife is different. Ghanaian drill too is somewhere.
But
Ghanaian drill even comes after
Mapuka. Trying to
Mapuka.
capture all the genres that they know.
Yes.
In Africa.
And those who are now in the system crying, it should have been hip life, it should have been this, it should have been Azonto, They should take Nando Chujando's initial advice, the one at the top, that if this is a starting point for us to know that when you start something, you need to finish it or you need to carry it.
Let me ask you this question, and maybe I wish there is time for other people to also answer the same thing. Could it be the recent rise in African music, like what the Better Boys and Co are doing, reason they have been smart to capture all of us in there, so that if it comes to maybe the benefits thereof, the Grammy will also have a share of it, because they've had a world music category which was already taking care of us, but now they've come to make it specific, Africa.
Of course.
Could our current success in the music world be attributed to this?
Of course. It is a business entity. And anything that will add value to their business, they are in for it.
They'll go for it.
It will shock you. Let next year, from next year going, give them 5 years to come or 10 years. Let the Asian music erupt as huge as African music is doing now. They will create a special category for them. They would. It is a business entity. But you see, know that it is just one slot for you. They can't give you the whole scheme. They are just making you, it is just in the quest for them to dominate as the world's biggest music award scheme. And what way can you say that you are the world's biggest if you don't have people from around the world participating? That is what they are doing. So in order not for them to also be caught by another surprise, if today, just like in not long ago, we were all campaigning that they infuse Afrobeat, they infuse Afrobeat, they infuse Afrobeat. If they had done Afrobeat category and not the African music performance category, tomorrow a genre like Mapuka can just blow and might override Afrobeat. And that one too, they would have to come and create another category for it. It would create lots of and you know, before they create a category, they first would have to study the longevity of that particular category before they do it. It is business. It is not charity. It is not because, oh, you guys are doing well, that is why we are adding you. It is because it makes business sense both to you and to them.
Okay, thank you so much. Now, moving forward, I would want to go back to Chemo and start this with him. I know Richie Flex will be rolling the videos, maybe because of copyright, but if there are some of them we can roll without copyright issues, then I can go off air for you to run them. But I've seen something so beautiful about Stonebwoy and his wife, Dr. Louisa. As a matter of fact, even today, I made a post congratulating the wife, Dr. Louisa, for her role as a wife of a celebrity. She came to respond to me on Instagram and in my story and said thank you. As a matter of fact, I'm asking today that if you are in this profession of celebrities, can your spouse add to your growth or your fall? That is the question I'm asking. Because sometimes we see some of them, we see how their wives are actively involved in their business. Some of them, we don't see their wives actively involved, but still they make progress. But we are asking that whether she is actively or not actively involved in it, the kind of partner you choose, can they add to your growth, your development? Because I see what Stonebwoy has been doing with their wife, and personally, I admire it so well. Not long ago, we saw them, both of them, in Nigeria when Stonebwoy went there for his album release party. Then they come back together, and she's leading a team to, what's the name of the Mponua or whatever, to go do some, no, they were there to,
no, they were there.
They built a borehole for them,
them.
so they were there to commission it.
Let
me put it that way.
Yes.
They were there to commission a borehole that they built for them, and Charlie, I'm just admiring the woman.
Yeah, Beposon crying.
I'm just admiring the woman, and I'm asking that the kind of partner you choose as a celebrity, as in this business of, is that our man? What's his name, Bo? The black short man in Takrady. I've forgotten his name.
Problem.
No, not Problem. Oh, he's a presenter. He's been dancing on social media. When we go to Takrady, we've been meeting him. He's in some black top like that. Fifi something. I saw him there. Beposo.
International musician.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, Beposon crying.
Beposon crying. That's the place.
Come on.
Yeah. So these are some of the photos we are seeing when they arrived in the town for the commissioning. I hear the chief gave Stonebwoy a goat to come and eat. Okay, some of the bloggers there. That is Sammy Kyei, right?
Sammy Kyei, yeah.
Yeah, I see Sammy Kyei there as well. Chamo.
Yeah.
Partner. Oh, so they drove, eh?
Yeah.
They did not do air.
They did bus for the bloggers. They bussed all of them to Western region.
Oh, okay. And Stonebwoy too?
Well, for Stonebwoy, I didn't see him
sure. Okay.
in being part of the convoy though, but
Okay.
I saw most of the bloggers part of the convoy.
That's fine.
Led by Dr. Louisa, of course.
Oh, so she was part of
Yes,
the convoy.
she was part of the convoy.
See, these are some of the things I'm talking about. So it could even be that Stonebwoy did air.
And met them there.
But she was part of the people on the ground.
Of course.
Charlie,
They met at the
Charlie,
Accra Mall,
No.
and that was the meeting
Few
point.
women will do this, I swear. Honestly, better play maybe. Well, Chemo.
Yeah, I think
Anka.
something like that. We have to take it case by case basis. I mean, it will not always work for all the celebrities or musicians if we have to be zooming on Stonebwoy and the wife. I think yes, it's working for them because the wife publicly has shown that she's supportive. She's ready to push her man to succeed or get whatever they need to get. So Stonebwoy made a good choice. At this point, we can say that. But it will not work for everybody because some women, if you allow them like this, they will take over.
I was telling you.
They will take over, and then before you realize, it will become a banter between you and your wife, who is more popular, and it will be an issue. But if you get a woman who will know that, okay, I'm not the celebrity here, but I'm willing to support my partner or my husband to succeed, this is what you get. It's so beautiful. But I'll take it case by case basis. In fact, a lot of them will not work anyway. You will get few of them working like this. And if they have any issue or they get any issue, it will be so ugly when you allow them into the space and they are fighting you there. If you are a man, you will be in trouble.
I get
So,
what you mean.
Yes. So yes, you may be lucky and get some like that, but I will not encourage them to even push them there. Because mostly it doesn't end well. So
Really?
it's better. Yes, it's better.
You know, advise any
Celebrity
man in the
or-
celebrity field to get his wife involved in
Yes.
Why?
A lot of them will take over and it will become an issue. In fact, the people who will come close to you, especially the opposite gender, if you are a Stonebwoy, there are a lot of women who will throw themselves at you. So if your wife is involved, moving with you, it could be an issue. The point is that she may not even fight the women throwing themselves at you. He will rather fight you. The idea is that you are entertaining them. Meanwhile, some of them, you can't do anything about it. They will just come in their own way. You will find a way to handle them. But if they are not there, that will not be a big deal. But if they are around and they are not so cool with it, it will be an issue. So instead of you focusing on giving your best to your audience or your followers, you'll be rather fighting your wife not to embarrass you in public and all that. I think Stonebwoy is lucky to get a woman who understands the game and ready to support. And you can't see her like taking charge, like you always at the back, supporting her
activating the machineries,
doing other stuff, but you don't see her so much taking charge of things, and that's beautiful and that's cool. But as I said, if you most of them will fail, most of the women will fail. I mean, based on history and what has happened, when there's a divorce and other stuff, you see how ugly it gets. So if she's into your activities too much, it will even make it worse, because she will know so much to use against you and all that. So yes, you may be lucky and get a woman like that, but most of the time it doesn't work out. So if you and you can gauge anyway. You can gauge your woman and see that okay,
Does
this
she have the
woman
qualities,
has
yeah.
qualities or not. Is she capable of handling things the way I want her to do it? Most of them, when you say A, they will say B, C, D. So it will be like you are fighting your woman, or you are trying to put her in her place instead of focusing on the main job. So it will not work for many people, but this is beautiful, and we have to approach there. I think she has done so well. Based on, I don't see her as the main person, but you always see her as supportive pillar in there, like that gesture. I mean, that's nice, and all the celebrities, they wish they will have something like that, but most of them will not get, and they should just know their position, study their partners before they make such moves.
I see. Richard, I don't know if there are some videos we can watch. If there are some videos we can watch, you can roll it now. We still have to run commentary. Okay, so that was the commissioning. Beposo Dane. Beposo crying.
But I hear it's not only one place, about 4 places.
Oh, really?
Yes, they did about 4 places. Dr. Louisa granted an interview early before they set off that it wasn't one place, it was about 4 places. So they had to. So I think Beposo crying and Antimwa and some places. Yeah.
Wow.
So.
Well, Ro, continue from there. What do you also think about such a partner?
Well, it's beautiful, especially when we see people doing some of these things. Any good thing that you see somebody doing, the immediate thing is to encourage others to emulate. But the interesting thing is that everything is not for everyone. There are some things that no matter how hard you would want them, it wouldn't even be good for you. It would yes, some people would love to have a woman like Dr. Louisa by their side, but the truth is that even their temperament will not even allow a woman like Dr. Louisa even into their lives, and that is one of the reasons. So yes, it is beautiful. With this case, it is just about 1 out of 10. It is not for everybody. It is just 1 out of 10. If we are talking about celebrity couples who have done exploits, it is just a few we can mention. In the lot, it is just a few we can mention. Even in our space, we can only mention of Ochiame Kwame and his wife. We can mention Stonebwoy as well as Medical and Fela Makafui. These are just the few that we can add Prioritatia and Seligali and all. Yes, but the material is that we can only mention a few out of many. So this is not, yes, as much as we would encourage so many people to do this, we will still also not force anybody or everybody to force their spouse into doing some of these things. Because for all you know, your spouse might not even like what you're doing, but they like you or they love you. But they are not so much into what you are doing to the extent of them even understanding how it operates or how it is done. Most of them will not do it. Most of them don't understand, and you can't fault them. It is your work. It is what you do. You understand the job better. So if they also, and you see some spouses are also very reluctant when it comes to them involving themselves in their partners' businesses. Because sometimes I also believe that if you don't really understand what the person is doing, it is better for you to be at the bench and give the person moral support than go inside and think you are going to give support to go and spoil it. Because some people, like you said, if it is good, some people would come and spoil it. Yes, some people, you give them this chance, you are doomed. You are doomed. The footballer, the Moroccan footballer who recently was hit by a divorce, and he not knowing he had given all his property, Ashraf Hakimi. You see, if he had involved, for him like this, if he had involved his wife in all the things that he was doing, definitely his wife would have had lots of materials to use against him when their marriage hits the rocks like that. So sometimes when you think about the good of it, you think about the opposite side of it, because this is life. We are dealing with human beings. Human beings are very unpredictable. Your best friend can be your worst enemy tomorrow or in the next minute. So sometimes, yes, we need to be very measured the way we push certain people into certain positions. Stonebwoy, like Chemo said, is one of the lucky ones that will get spouses to understand the things they do and help, and even go to the extent of helping them. Somebody like Saga has that, but you wouldn't always see Tracy in his businesses like you see Dr. Louisa in Stonebwoy's businesses, even though they are all musicians. This clearly shows the understanding of these two women and what they want for their individual husbands. This clearly shows that.
But maybe because of what you said, what they want for their individual husbands, it could even be the other one would want to do it. But if the man says no,
no, exactly,
there are other things you have to do.
Exactly.
Sarkodie can say, okay,
Tracy has
in the family values. Whilst I'm on the street, you cannot follow me on the road. Be home and take care of. And also, it also depends on what the woman is also into, or what the partner is also into. Tracy, as a stand, she also has her own company running. I think that is the Brave. She has the Brave something that she's running. NGO. Yes. So perhaps she's also occupied with her own stuff. Unlike probably Dr. Louisa, who maybe has some spare time to also go around. No, but she's also a dentist.
Yeah, she's a professional doctor. We know, but
so she doesn't have spare time like that.
But for her to make time for some of these things, that it means that she has time allocated for everything that she's doing, including this one. Because yes, I believe if there's a patient who is in need of assistance or healthcare now as we speak, and Dr. Louisa is the only person that can heal the person, she wouldn't have been on this expedition. She would have been home, or she would have been at her.
But if the husband's thing is a priority, forget about who.
Of course. So that's what I'm saying. It depends on her understanding also and into what she wants for her husband.
Exactly.
So she feels like, okay, my husband's word is more of a priority than what I am doing. And if that is what the husband is calling for, she will definitely do it if that's what she wants for her husband. So I would say congratulations to Stonebwoy.
Yeah.
This is beautiful.
No, it's beautiful.
Everybody would wish their partners would understand what they do like that. But then it also comes with certain disadvantages that if you don't take care when these things hit the rock, nobody is being a prophet of doom here. But we all know there are so many examples in the space to show as to why people would want to make the bad statement. But then we will still wish him good, wish them well, and hope they succeed to the end with this particular practice.
Well, young barrister will wrap up for us on this one.
What will be the question?
Yes,
I think I'm enjoying the conversation.
I know, and I wonder where you are coming from. No, you are asking that as a celebrity, your partner can influence or add to your brand. Same way some can destroy it or break your brand. And we are using the Dr. Louisa and Stonebwoy as a case study.
I agree with both sides. Partners make you, depending on the kind of person that you are dealing with. There is no 100% guarantee that the partner that you are taking, after 10 years, after 5 years, he or she is going to be there. So we only hope and pray that they stay around when things become even.
Excuse me. Becca got married and hung a microphone.
and stuff. Not only Becca, I think Kyei is also one of them. But I think
Louisa.
So, but that is not what we are discussing. I think Louisa got married to somebody that she sees as a, I don't know,
a life partner.
Yes. And she understands the purpose, she understands the missions and the visions of Stonebwoy, and she has signed onto that contract very well, and we can all see what she's doing. If it is not shows, if it is not even fun gathering, she's always there to, at least render some support. The last time that we had the fan meeting, the dinner. She was there. She played, a huge role to make sure that everybody was okay. And she's not only following Stonebwoy in activities like this. She's also making sure that she pull a lot of people along. And she's somebody who, when you call her and tell her that, there are some people who need tickets, like yourself, somebody, she's always like, how come? And that is a partner. Everybody.
So she gave me my ticket.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Shout out to Dr. Louisa.
So I think that she's in filling every gap around Stonebwoy, and she needs to be celebrated for that. And she's I don't know what to say. What she's doing so well.
She's an angel.
Yeah, and not everybody is going to get that angelic figure in his life as a man, and having a surgeon, a professional doctor who also has. She's a doctor.
No, you said a surgeon.
She's a surgeon.
She's a surgeon. Oh,
Yes.
Wow. Wow.
In a dentist field, she's a surgeon.
Oh.
And she has also performed surgery on me before, so
Wow.
free of charge. And as a fan, so you can imagine what she's doing just to pull people along Stonebwoy. So for me, I'm just happy she's doing all these things to even ride from Accra to Western region to go and commission some for boreholes. Is a plus. It's a big plus. These towns have been rendered waterless, should I use that word, because of the galamsey thing that is going on, and they had the opportunity to go there and survey the place and pick these 4 towns and make sure that they receive potable or proper clean.
You say probable water.
No. I said proper. Yeah, because the water that they have now looks muddy.
Yeah.
So they have proper, clean and purified water to drink. So for me, I think the Livingston Foundation is living up to the task. And
which year did they do the training for some of their fans?
2020, during the COVID.
Yeah, that was when they did the training.
Yes, and even 2021 they did it. They did a follow back. They did.
Okay.
So for me, I think Louisa is doing so well, and other women should also emulate. Like Chamu said, if you give them the space to operate like that, sometimes they take over. But I've not seen that character in Louisa. I have seen her to be that supportive partner, somebody who wants to be at the back or by your side and make things move. And she's somebody who will spot a hole and say, oh no, we need to do this. How can we do it? And could you imagine her getting closer to the fans to make sure that, this is what we want to do. This, can we do that? Let me just put this on record. I was looking at these ghetto boys.
The Uganda boys.
Yes, the ones that did the video. So I quickly prompted her, like, these boys, they are all over the place right now. So can't we get them on board to do a video? And she was like, okay, she'll think about it. To my surprise, I just saw them doing a video on Into the Future. And I'm like, wow. So for me, she's
so
down
that
to...
was your suggestion, huh?
Yes. She's just down to earth. And I think that every woman, we all pray we get the Dr. Louisas in our life and make sure. But then, to get the Dr. Louisa, are you also ready to be the Stonebwoy? That is another question. They may have their differences, but how they manage, everybody. Yeah, how they manage those differences, how they listen to each other, what is, the reconciliation, bits of whatever that happens. Are you ready to be that Stonebwoy before you get the Dr. Louisa? So it's a way. Yeah, like our former president, the late president, JJ.
Yeah.
One of the people that made her and made him successful. What's the wife? Yes. The 31st Women Movement. Also play an integral role in his success. And I think that Louisa is doing so well. And other musicians who have wives could also, emulate some of these things. But if your wife cannot do it,
don't push her.
And the ones who are not married, if
you are going to. Me, I'm praying that I get the Louisa, but the question is, can I also be the Stonebwoy?
The way your WhatsApp status is, I'm not sure.
Can I be?
You can't be Stonebwoy.
No, but don't.
The way your WhatsApp status is, I'm not sure you be that guy.
Oh no.
You will not be that guy.
But I can be.
Don't
Oh, I can be.
He can be. Why?
Have you been watching him?
No, being. Oh no.
Well,
But still he can be.
let's move on to the next business.
I'll start watching.
Over 2.5.
we have I think we have some 2 topics to go, so let's see how best we can kill them. I've seen videos of some 2 young guys who are saying they are lookalikes of 2 pastors here in Ghana. One is man like Obofo, and the other is Reverend Adom. Interestingly, these guys were going about talking about their exploits as lookalike people. The fact that the lookalike is helping them. The guy, one even said, me can't be amazed, no, but message man, Mbambe lookalike. You see, sometimes let's stop talking. See, I wish sometimes people would talk when they are called before. When these guys were not talking, nobody knew them that much. Nobody actually knew what they were doing. The moment they came out to speak,
They are known.
well, one gained, one also lost. One gained and one also lost. Interestingly. And I'm here asking myself that, looking at threats and cautions and warnings coming from the camp of Adom Kyei, as in the pastor, to his lookalike, I'm asking how he's going to survive this. Again, on the other hand, I'm also asking, are they being extremely hard on him? So I've seen 2 videos. One, the pastor himself warning the gentleman, and 2, Lilwin, who is one of the celebrity church members of the pastor, also out telling the gentleman to stay off, else. And I'm here asking these 2 questions. Are they being extremely hard on these guys? Or maybe the guys too, they are talking plenty has landed them where they are. Let's watch these videos. When I come back, I'll pick the views of my people.
I tell my Ghana and say with social media. And okay. I tell my Ghana and say with social media. And okay. Bear me. Usujina. That's what you're about for lookalike. And I yes, I'm between. And Papa is here, Unia Sophobi, MOB, a lookalike. And yes, let me tell you one thing. Obia niwa obompa ese ne babese kromfo. Listen to this. Akora bi bobo pa what you asim for su. The share the ball one say o ye fe o pele. Yes. Nso nya be di pele bana no. Ewi ase samampa ene ye turo betini. Yes. Hallelujah. Amen. Ya wa akora bi no atemo area osha. Ne ma me nko American embassy da. Yes. Ne ma me tie akimoda. Enso ne ba no de Clinton. Ne wa fa na Clinton. Minim Ghana ha nipa oba frɛ ne ba Atayi da. Who is Atayi alike? I'm being honest. Now, we are seeing a lot of frustration, stress. And if so impersonate or being found quiet fraud. Now see a brabo assume see a bo. That's right.
A brand now or the mayor look alike no. May Stephen Adom Kyei, may man a last warning.
I am giving him last warning.
May Stephen Adom Kyei dear.
I, Stephen Adom Kyei,
may man a last warning.
I am sounding a last warning to him.
Mary.
Amen.
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 Obianka na comment on him.
Amen.
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 Na abua chechedia so opani moja dodowa.
It is so from mano.
Yes.
Abula bunsu.
Amen. Amen. Ebreka krei
Befi one.
abrante bi ya te se me.
Oblanu kofi otamole.
Ana odi gumi hu fio.
Nega be gu ajio.
Odi super meal.
Ega super ega njala jio.
Odi timatemo.
Ega njala jio.
Me vampire me bunko to just ramas abrante.
E koto si ne pa fa ye ana kan oblanu
Adom nyame hunu ne papa ne ne maame mobo.
Rolo nyuma na chata
Na o venture sa branch ne ne yam mma ne nana no munyana.
Ni ekake na ka
agene adwuma. To look alike. Adom chebia no. Enne e last warning. Anya sa sabe wo yai papa we ontim kwa mo pada onye bida. Ne mra o Ghana. Na nchewa ana se mene ne ho ye be fa wie ejina kotu wie a na sa nipa na abegina sa unta nipa no so mpanimfo a ye ni more than 100 times beneficial no tan wote emme na be kire ya me show bia yankopon show bia papa Adom kwa kuma to yem onyame akudo Ghana de sanity. Ye bedi watem. Ye baka se atia ho. Ye betwa ntonto so. Na mi se renti mu abam. Enom de ye tiam panifo bebrebe se na be abam bobu. Na so mi se wo de akokoduo no. Eche obi ade woni esi so akokoduo.
The matter chop hot. Asem no adiloto. Hey. Hey. In fact, when I thought that it was Kwame Eugene and his people who wouldn't mind with this look-alike thing, and especially Mr. Drew Dems, who are now having fun with them, I thought now it has come to stay, including Reverend Obofo, who even called his look-alike and dash him some money. I thought it was this year the Jumanesi. You be floodgating, not knowing there are more threats coming up. What do we see here, Ro? You can start this for me.
This threat there is inspired by beef. Oh yes, it is inspired by beef and affiliation. It is very unfortunate on the guy's part. In fact, yes, we all have our individual reservations about how do we call it, the look-alike thing. But the truth of the matter is, yes, some people like it, some people endorse it, but it is not everybody who subscribe to it. And even the place that the guy stood, you know, these two men of God, I am talking about the Reverend Adom Chedria and Reverend Obofo. These two guys are on loggerheads as we speak. They are not cool like that. They are not cool like that.
They are not each other's.
No.
Friend.
No. And you see, the fact that his Reverend Adom Chedria's look-alike is affiliated to Obofo means that Obofo can use him as a point of contact to insult Reverend Adom Chedria at any point. Because the first blow that even came to Reverend Adom Chedria was a certain man of God that I won't mention his name. That is a huge disrespect. That is a huge disrespect in the first place. That is a huge disrespect. And when you listen to the speech of the Reverend Adom Chedria when he was giving the guy warning, he said, yes, I don't want you to go to the fact that you're even going to places that some people can even insult me on top. You understand? So this one there, it has like where it is coming from. There's a direction to it. And unfortunately, the guy has just put in himself in the place or like in front of the gun. Between the one holding the gun and the one that the bullet is meant for. This guy has put himself in between these two people.
I see.
So it is unfortunate. Me, I would just advise him if there is a way. I know his affiliation.
You advise who?
The Lookalike. I know his affiliation with Reverend Obofo is going to be difficult for him to cut it off, because as it stands, he is getting some chops over there.
It's going to be difficult to cut it off. How? I don't get it.
Because he
Omo call last time. Omo just 15,000.
No.
See,
difficult to cut it off. Difficult to stop doing the Lookalike. Or
difficult to stop going to Reverend Obofo, because that is.
No, the man is not saying he shouldn't do it and not go to somebody.
Yes, no. You see,
the man is saying he should stop it.
Stopping it. Share, it will shock you. Say guy we jai Reverend Obofo honum ko or anything about Obofo for a year. And yes, guy we started adie we no na man who you. A man you want to no who you.
And I don't see.
Well, who did that? He's seen
like say Lookalike in the
bed. Buy muna. Into your mama who did that. Well, who did that? But that affiliation with his rival, and no pay.
You can't be that emphatic.
Oh, Chamo, see, somebody can say, "Oh, me pay me man, the last warning, me man." Let Richie play his warning again and listen to the wording carefully. Because if say enye factor, he wouldn't mention say Odu ko jina bibi ko bi be fa ho de di matem. He wouldn't say it. He would not say it.
No mom any problem.
And no any problem. Sa rivalry na wasa ko jina ni cheya. Osa ma bibi di ntino. And you are using he or no chedi ani ni din and I will say didi. You understand? So coupled with everything, say ube didi na wasa dia ko jina rival cha eni nke ni nyina ngu ni nke komende. So me I would advise him. I know cutting his relationship with Obofo and its staff will be difficult for him. But if there is a way he can drop the Lookalike thing, and because if he drops the Lookalike thing and still maintains his affiliation with Reverend Obofo, he's going to chop. He will still no wait. Sorry. Strategy.
Okay.
Now, for him to have been warned by the rivalry of Reverend Obofo, who sees nothing wrong with the Lookalike thing. Reverend Obofo, the moment this guy comes to tell him that, Papa, we are mami warning, say, Mami nyen Lookalike bium to yourself for boami. For somebody who endorses the Lookalike thing, just for him to shame that rival and gain public fans, he will, Obeshew. Simple. Obeshew simple. Ana guy you preaching kwa we your rasta your friends say so nyame sure this so nyame how much more somebody that he already has a soft spot for or do better fancy see and who be just be an ordinary church member or the alcohol let him first of all know say this is the situation. For him to shame his rival, he will do it. And the fact that his Lookalike is also your friend says I Lookalike need the differ wa a home propriano be count. If so to me, yes, aswa. Another strategy is that he should find a way and go to Reverend Adom Chedia baby obefabi obinyano. Non kopana chew. But doing that also, his affiliation in Obofo's camp
was
also cut. Until either so beja Lookalike na to. Now we're maintaining a relationship with Obofo, which the chopping is guaranteed as a stance. The chopping in Adom Chedia Honom is not guaranteed. It's a 50-50 over 2.5. There be intimate because of the way I threaten neighbor left, right, center, and the kind of people that are getting involved. I believe, say, it will not take anything away from him. He is still a human being. He is a man. He can work. He is not disabled, and also even if he's disabled, he can still do something for himself. Okay. So there shouldn't be something that will put a threat on his life. Because as it's done me, I see a whole red flag on his life. Maybe he might not see it, but
the boy.
I see a whole red flag. These people, you don't joke with them like that too.
Spiritually or physically?
Spiritually and physically. No, you see, that's I mean they have following. No, they have following. Spiritually na India. Okay. Even physically. Yeah. That's I mean they have following that it might not even take them to come and harm you directly.
Yeah. Okay.
Reverend Adom Chedua wambo Lilwin pass on Bema boy we won, you know. But Lilwin out of his own because he's a follower of the man has also come to give a warning. So imagine somebody that will not give warning but will come and pay you a visit.
Okay, Barrister, what do you also think about what is happening, the development of
spiritually also true.
Oh yeah, spiritually they forget it.
The post time is tomorrow.
It's tomorrow next Friday.
Okay, they have given some
14 days.
14 days.
Time is no man that you
Forget no go there. That one is just by the way.
Friday. If we don't see any action,
is it?
If we don't see any action, they will be disappointed.
I think coming from where I'm coming from, Nogopo, in terms of the God's structure, you know, they are responsible for the thunder and lightning. So maybe they will be using that one. Yeah, anytime there is a thunder and lightning is Nogopo's shrine that comes in mind. Yeah, in terms of there is a god like that.
In
yeah.
Accra?
No, in Nogopo. The shrine
So
there is a god we call the Tohuno. Tohuno is actually
Paris Dome.
So maybe and it's believed that is one of the strongest gods among the gods. So but Nogopo there, when it comes to the those battles there, they come like 34. There are better places that they can use to strike. Actually. Have you ever heard Click-O?
Yeah, I've heard Click-O.
Nogopo is a kid.
Now they are the headquarters.
No, they are not. Yeah, that is why everybody is trying to
so
make
a point.
No, because Nogopo is just a town and there is a small shrine. But when it comes to gods and their usage, Nogopo is little.
Okay, they are called.
All right.
They are called.
They should come. I'll do it for them. I think this whole issue, like he rightly pointed out, started because Obofo was a smart guy. He played very, very smart in calling his lookalike and the supposed enemy to his church and then make a statement. He made a statement to them that look, whatever is happening, he's looking at it, he's seeing things, and he even make reference to the supposed opponent lookalike and didn't even want to mention it. So for me, the one that is at the other side, Reverend Adom Kyei, yes, I think he was not mature enough. He's one of the spiritual leaders. If you attack him, his followers want to come like yo, but he's not matured enough. Like looking at his age and comparing it to Obofo, he's way older than him. And if something like that happened, he could have even invited the boy on the low and advise him, give him some work in his church to be doing. But coming out publicly to even make that statement alone shows that Obofo has already defeated him. And he has nothing to even say. Yes, the warning will come. A lot of followers are going to bash the boy. But the substance of what has happened, Obofo played a very smart role and he made a statement. And because these boys also said that they were not getting anything. And until they started this lookalike and they are eating.
Lookalike business.
And Obofo made a statement that you will not get anybody playing a lookalike for Atai.
Yeah.
Which means that it can only take those who have made legacies, or maybe they have the names in there. They are good people that can get the lookalike. And these people are only emulating the goodness of the people that they say they look like them. So he is making a statement. So I think that the Reverend Father or Pastor or Prophet, I don't know which of the title he holds, should call the boy. And you see, the boy for Lookalike and then the Adom Kyei Lookalike partnership is even a message that they themselves need to work on. That, okay, fine, we all say we worship the same God, we have the same message that we send to our followers. These Lookalike are like this. So what is wrong if Obofo and I also come together? What will be wrong? Because at the end of the day, it's the same message. Should we always be having like, oh, because he is a certain pastor with a certain character, and I am also a certain pastor with a different character, we cannot click, and we should always be, sending cutlasses on each other's throats? It doesn't make sense. Then the God that we are worshiping, there is a question mark. Because if we say Jesus, Jesus, God, 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 and we cannot, as leaders of the church, cannot unite as leaders, how much more our followers? Do you understand? And I also agree with Ru when he said that if the boy cannot drop, or he can drop the Lookalike thing and stick with Obofo, he's going to gain some, food starve and some cash in his pocket. It is possible because it is possible because Obofo likes doing that. He is one of the pastors within this space that have shown a lot of charitable goods to people. He has shown that he's there for people, and he does it for you to know. Unlike some people who would make you carry cement on your head and run with it, but he's going to give you cash and put in your pocket. You understand? So for me, I'm only looking at it from that point. I'm not into the warning. I'm not into the curses and all that. I'm looking at uniting the front. Call these young guys into your church. Advise them. As they are only playing as if there's this. Your mother is warning you not to go to her rival's house to eat. Like your father has married 2 wives because the 2 are having this misunderstanding. Your mother is going to beat you for going to the other house. It doesn't make sense. It is the same God we are worshiping. So, Reverend Father, you are old enough. You have been in the industry for so long. You have a lot of huge followers. And this is one way to win soul for Christ. This is a brilliant way, brilliant opportunity. Call that young guy into your church. Advise him. Tell him. Give him, maybe let him start following the drummers. He could even be a drummer in your church. He could get something. Like, win his soul instead of chastising him, cursing him, and all these things.
I'm sure the man of God is being careful because he doesn't know what a guy can do. And he's a man of God. He is not into showbiz.
What has?
If the showbiz people are doing it, that's fine. But to him, hey, you also for anything you video or bomb fire movie. That's he's thinking about his church.
So you could look at
his congregation.
The danger involving there. That's why I'm saying that being an old man, this is a right opportunity to even invite the guy, because already he has started blessing people, and there are people who do not even know the difference. They would outrightly believe that this is the man, this is him. You understand? So this is a time for you to even stop it, because if the warning starts going out right now, it's also a threat. And the boy, if he has people, they can also take on the people threatening them, because he has not even used the image to cause any harm yet. Until then, he's maybe some 70-30 safe on some side
level.
Yes, because he has not used his image to do anything bad. So this is a time to win his soul. Call him to your church, so that even Obuafo could also say, oh, I think I've lost that already. Because if they are friends and you invite him and give him a better offer to stay in your church and give him something, even the other Obuafo is also going to stay in your church.
To get what? Why do you think they will do that? To get what exactly? They don't have any interest in doing that. That's why they won't do it.
Obuafo has done it. And he's so pained.
Knows what he's looking for.
He's so pained.
The man doesn't know what
then he should keep quiet.
Hey.
Then he should keep quiet. The fact that
the
fact that he has also said something means that he's also there. He also want the light to be on him, and he's also saying that he has seen them. If he's quiet on it, do you think a lot of people are going to even mind the boy? So he should. I'm saying that this is an opportunity to win soul for Christ. This is not the showbiz. You know, Obofo is a showman. He would want to show. But you are not like that. Fine. Call that boy, win his soul. If you think he's outside the realm of your church, and what he's doing, he's following the doctrines of your church. He's even dressed like you. So call him. Maybe find some churches in some villages and open for him. There is
we don't open churches for people because they look like you.
No. You see, like Assemblies of God. Assemblies of God has this principle. They train young people, then open churches elsewhere and take them.
This guy has not gone through training yet.
This boy has not gone through. But what stopped them from taking him through the processes? We were here. Granddad was somewhere in Sotumbia.
Whoever who will do it will look at his interest.
What they will also get.
But you
think that if they take this boy through some church
training,
theological seminars for some years, or maybe some 1 year or 2 years, and he becomes a pastor.
Churches are family businesses.
Even the guy will not even do it.
Oh,
he's just enjoying himself.
Unless we don't know the church, even though it's a business venture, some people capitalize on some of these things. Do you understand? They can open some village church for this guy, and he will make names for the church.
Well, that is what he thinks, though. Jabo,
come through. I don't need this one. Yeah. I agreed with you at the point that you were saying that he could have called him to advise him. Yes. I think that was it. But to open a church for him, no, that's a waste. That's
not like me.
It will be a waste of time, waste of resources, and I'm even feeling that the guy will not even do it, because the guy is not into propagate the word of God. He's in to make money for himself.
That's true.
He's in to enjoy the attention that he's getting. It's not like he wants to also start a church or something. He can easily go and do it himself. If that was his idea, he could have just started something and call even the pastor to say that I'm doing the work of God, please help me or something. No, he's at the event enjoying himself and all that. A man a hype no. And my video girls need be banning chair or friends not at all. Or Chapano or training and all that. So that's what they are looking for. It's not about them starting a church or anything like that. This is unfortunate. I mean, the guy will suffer for the fights going on. And I agree with Adom Chedia to the extent that he doesn't know what they can use his name for. They can use it to do anything. And before that will happen, he wants to prevent it, or at least issue a disclaimer. So if something like that happens, then you will not connect it to him or something like that. Just that I don't like his approach.
The approach is
too it was some way like call him,
it's too stand.
Tell him like yes, you are powerful enough to call him and he will come. So why do you have to go through this and give that open threat like that? I mean, like Kojon Kansan did. I'm sure that Oni Adom Chedu Ankasa, he just did it on his own, thinking that that's the best way to do it.
I'm sure looking at how the man has spoken, if you are a member and also want to fight for him, that's what you do.
You are likely to do something like that. But here's the thing. Kojon Kansan has other resources. He is thinking of, okay, I can even take him to court on behalf of the man. But what about the metro man who doesn't have anything? He will also beat him for you and all that. So when you make a threat like this, it's not just about you talking. it's about what your followers can do. So you have to be careful, especially when you are a public figure or people look up to you or even adore you. Some even see you as the next to God. So you can't just come out and give open warning like that. I think he goofed on that one, and if there's a way for him to correct it, it will be better for him to do that. Because if anything happens to the boy, you didn't threaten him to beat him or whatever, but people can beat him on your behalf because you are not happy with what is happening. So it's a bad approach that he used. I think he should come back and maybe say that he wants to talk to him, meet him or something, and advise him. And that's better than the kind of threat by. But I mean, I'm not surprised because it's business as usual. Two spiritual workers fighting. and
this new name you guys have been giving to this. You guys be careful. Spiritual workers.
Spiritual workers fighting for the space, fighting for who is powerful and all that. They've been insulting each other for some time now, and then it went down. It's like Obi Ash and the corner. Then you people just came out and it's like more person more sparky the whole thing. And Obofo looked sharp. I think he made a good move by calling them first and even doing his own thing, like the showman guy that we know, or Ma Muska, Sanatu, or Mofu, as if he is the good one. So if you are not doing same, it's like Obofo is winning at this point. And his approach to counter Obofo's image, the kind of image that he has just created for himself based on these two people, the counter wasn't good enough. I think Adom Chedia this time around got it wrong. He should come back and redeem himself, because if anything happens to that guy, he can't say that he didn't do it or he didn't cause it.
The way the warning was too stern.
Yes.
Seriously.
And a good way to even justify that if something happens to him, we can link it to him is what Lilwin did.
Has that.
Lilwin so had the one in Libya, but in another way, the man did the spiritual warning.
Lilwin made it
physical. You need my man for a double court. The metro man I'm imagining him. Or not just by any warning in a different way.
The one who check
out
up
of
on
this.
you.
Yes. So I think Adom Chedia and his team, they should come back again and at least when he speaks, his people listen. So instead of giving this warning, say that you want to meet the guy and you think he can do something better than just imitating you. Just to clear that so that nobody will do anything in your name. You will not be the one telling them to do it, but they will do it anyway because they think that nobody should come close, nobody should disturb you in any shape or form. So yeah, Adom Chedia should come back and this people, the Lookalike people, doing Lookalike can't be a job for you. They should find something better. Yeah. But they should enjoy it whilst it lasts. Yeah.
Anyways, I think we have to put the other topic in a freezer for tomorrow. Unfortunately, time has beaten us to it. So we are sure going to do that topic tomorrow. But you can still share your views on the topics we have. You do the announcements. On this note, I still would want to say thanks for always being a part of us. Sorry for that one. I'll come back to you and give you that topic.
Okay, so Sophie's Entertainment has a new artist. He's a Tanzanian based in Tanzania.
Okay.
Yes.
He's based in Tanzania.
Yes. Okay. And he has a new. He's
Why
about.
You guys won't sign Ghanaians again.
Oh, we will. It's just affiliation. So we are doing the marketing for him. His name is Jordani.
Oh, that's him.
Yeah, his name is Jordani.
Jordani.
Yes, you can call him Jordan.
Okay.
Yes, but it's Jordani. JOHDENY.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that's his name. He does bongo flavor, Afrobeat, and Afropop. So
wow.
Yes, so that's him.
In Swahili.
Yes, in Swahili. So
bongo flavor.
Yes. So he will be doing.
Send me his songs. Let me listen to how bongo flavor.
Of course, sir. On Friday, he's having his first release under Sophie's Entertainment. That is new. Yes. So it's an inspirational song. So
bongo flavor.
Of course.
Is it in English?
No, it's in Swahili.
Oh, okay.
Yes, but there's a subtitle or a transcript of English, the English version.
The video.
Yes.
So big ups to Jordini and to Sophie's Entertainment. These are our people, so obviously we will be willing to support them any day. Thanks to Intim Dodo Solomon Chamo, Young Barrister, Roland Amate, Digital Rasta Currency on camera, to Richie Flex, who is the editor director of the show, and to you once again for supporting what we do. Remember that on Sunday we are coming back with what we call the Sammy Flex Connect. It is still growing big and beyond borders. You have to be a part of it. Remember, it's on Sunday, 7 p.m. Boom! All things being equal, we'll be here to do it. And we are still finding ways to make it a smooth one. Some people are worried that it is here and there. But
yeah, we'll find
a way. We'll find a way to make it smooth. So you guys should wait for us on Sunday. I'll see you when I see you. We're out of here. Good night.